instead of being sensible and, you know, bringing a chair over, I decided instead I would bring the cat tree and sit on that. Mistakes were made. Hey everyone, how you doing today? My name's Kirsty, aka Beth Bookish, and on today's video, it's the dreaded goals check-in. We all do it. We get to the middle of the year, we go, hey, I wonder where we're at with our goals. We're going to have a bit of a check-in, maybe do a flip through of our journals, only to realise that the journals have not been filled. Our goals are not great. They could be going well. Some of these, I will say, I am quite happy with some of my goals. But originally I was going to do a proper flip through. However, considering I last did an entry in like March, I think, no, February. I haven't updated this. I've been gluing things in as I've been going. So I have like this page here and I have like all the books kind of like these pages. This was June. I have them all glued in. They're glued in, they're just not anything else. So, you know, 'tis what 'tis. So we're just gonna discuss. And we're going to rewind back to December when little old me, being ready and hopeful for the year, made my little goals. I created this gorgeous spread. While I really liked having these kind of ambiguous goals, I have decided though next year I want to go back to having proper numbered targets for all of my goals, because some of these have just been a bit wasted and a bit not really followed. So yeah, going to go back to that next year. I made some jelly the other day, remembered that I don't like jelly, so I put it out for the birds and it's melted. It's now just a puddle of peach flavoured water. Okay, I'm not even going to try and pretend that it is not the next day. Oh my god, I started filming and I was doing alright, and then literally within 2 minutes my battery just died without any kind of warning. And by that point it was 8 PM, the sun was going down, I was losing light, I was getting really annoyed about everything. I remember where we were, so let's just carry on. So, stepping back to January, obviously I set my goals, and as I've said in that sort of little voiceover bit, I have definitely decided, and as I just said, I have definitely decided that I want to go back to actual more tangible goals. I like having set targets that I can, you know, track and tick off and be like, I did that. And like, I miss having things like arcs and stuff like that. So, you know, next year, definitely going to go back to old ways. Let's have a look at all of my goals. For all of these stats, I am including July, so it's not quite the mid-year check-in, it's more of the mid-year plus a month. However, I will say right now in July I have completed one book, and it is the 28th today. I've completed one book. I am not going to be completing any more, I don't think, so it is barely going to make any kind of impact on these numbers. But yeah, as we know, my overall book goal for the year is 50 novels and 100 manga. Of my 50 novels, I have completed 40, so I have no doubt I'm going to hit this goal. I've got a feeling that over sort of August, September with this month I've just got plans for lots of vlogs. Next month I've got Magical Readathon and Adventureathon. I'm hoping to have that completed by the end of September or beginning of October, which will be amazing. And then for manga, I am ever so slightly behind. To do 100, I would need to do, on average, about 9-ish a month, like 8 to 9 a month. Ideally at this point, I should be on 66, and I am currently on 60. So, you know, I'm 6 behind currently, but I've got a funny feeling that the majority of my manga is going to be read when I get to Ren's, because they've got, you know, the entirety of Sweat and Soap. They've got a lot of, I think they've got a lot of the Soul Eater books. I know that they've got a lot of manga. So when I arrive in November, I don't plan on, well, November I'm not sure, but certainly December, I do not plan on having a very heavy TBR. I say this every month. But at least while I'm there, I'll probably November, December just read a ton of manga over at Ren's, so I'm not stressing about that one. I'm still going to be on goal. I reckon I will still hit that target. And then I'm going to start with my YouTube goals. My hard goal for the year was 1,000 subscribers. My soft goal was 1,250 and to launch Patreon. I have launched a Patreon and I'm currently sat on 1,066, which again, thank you all so much. And please do go check out my Patreon. I've got some updates coming soon, so watch out for that video. Ren, I love you, but shush. I hate having my phone off silent, but because I'm waiting for news of my sister-in-law having gone into labour, I got it on off silent and it's really bugging me. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have hit one of those goals, and I am now slowly working my way towards my hard goal. That'd be fantastic. I also had the Side Changeling read along. Apart from one or two people, it didn't really kick off as well as I would have liked. And I felt that I was putting more effort in than was coming out of it. I decided to end the read along, but I sort of encouraged everyone to continue reading. I think one person is still reading them. I myself am still reading them. The latest one, Primal Mirror, just came out, and I contacted the publishers last week to ask if they've got any review copies. And if they come back and say no, or if I don't hear back at all, by the end of this week, I'll be ordering and reading it. So, you know, that didn't go ahead, but I'm still always, you know, Sing shelves are still going strong. But yeah, those shelves are still going very strong. And then the monthly live and the weekly vlogs. The weekly vlogs I decided quite quickly to scrap, even though I do enjoy bringing weekly sort of updates and life stuff and reading stuff. I decided I would rather do vlogs like other people do, like say G or Gavin or Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, where the vlogs are more themed, and instead of just doing a generic reading vlog every week, it would be once or twice a month I'd have a specific sort of themed vlog. So that's what I've strayed more towards, and I have been having a lot more fun doing it that way, and I felt less pressure to constantly be reading and filming, so I have been really enjoying doing that. Monthly live has not been going ahead as often as I would like because of certain health functions. It is so hard for me to plan and prep in advance for lives. I can say, like, these are all the schedules, this is when I'm going live, but I can almost guarantee that any time I say, right, this day I am going to go live, something goes wrong in my body and I have to cancel. So I generally tend to do my lives quite sporadically. I just sort of pop up, I'll be like, hey, I'm doing sprints in half an hour, come join me. And I am trying, I do want to really try to be more sort of scheduled with that, but obviously it's very difficult. And then the final one was improving vlogging skills. I am looking to rejoin Skillshare, but at the moment funding does not allow, so I haven't really done that, but I do have a new camera, and I've just been watching the vlogs of people that I really admire and whose vlogging styles I really like, and I've just sort of been playing around with different things and trying to change camera angles or record things I wouldn't normally, and I'm finding that my vlogs seem to be naturally improving. I'm more confident making thumbnails and things, so I still want to do a proper course on how to improve my vlogs, but for now I'm really happy with where they're at. But that's not what you're all here for. You're here for the reading and the books. So going back to our listy list of lists, number 1 was complete 5 series. I have currently completed 2. I have completed, and both are on my favourite shelf just behind me. So I have completed, where are they? The Raven Cycle, which is right here. The Raven Cycle. And I've completed the Captive Prince trilogy. 2 are here. The third one is right here, actually. Right here. I've completed those series. I have almost completed a few. I've got a few where I'm on the last book, so I should be getting those done this year. It means that I need to read 1.5 final books in the series per month to hit that by the end of December. Do I think I'm going to do it? I would like to, but I'm not going to say that I will. I think that one might be a fail. 25 indie books is one I absolutely think I'm going to fail unless I can dedicate an entire month just to reading indie books, because so far I have read 6. There's only 5 in here right now. You can see I've written down space for the next one. So yeah, I've read 5. I just need to sit down and actually do, maybe that's going to be one of my vlogs, is to sit and read as many of my Stuff Your Kindle books as I can in like a weekend or something. We'll see. One that I'm actually really happy with is 200 hours of audiobooks. I'm currently sat on 96.95, so I am technically behind, but I have no doubt that by the end of August I've got 3 audiobooks planned and I'll probably end up grabbing a few more. So I have no doubt that I'm going to hit that, which for me is a massive achievement considering in 2023, for the entirety of the year, I only listened to 93 hours. So the fact is, I've already listened to more hours on audiobook than I did in the entirety of last year. I've never listened to more than about 6 audiobooks in a year. So this year I'm already on, I think I've listened to 6 or 7. So I'm already on for my best audio year yet. And, you know, we're only in end of July, beginning of August. I have no doubt that I'm going to hit that one. More LGBT books. This is one of those kind of ones where I was like, I kind of wish I'd done a set number because last year I could have written down what I did. So I had to go back, figure it out. Last year for LGBT, I ended up with 53% of all my books were either the main character or had some sort of LGBT rep. Are you ready for this year? So far, in 2024, 73% of my reads have been either the main character or had some form of LGBT rep. And that doesn't include any of my manga. I'm keeping most of these stats I've kept separate to my manga. I'm pretty damn happy with that. 10 2024 releases. This is the only one where I have bought manga in as well because obviously it's hard to keep up with manga as well as novels. And so I have been getting both on NetGalley to try and keep up to date. But this is another one where I'm on path, but I'm worried it's not going to stay that way. I have done 5 so far. I've done 3 manga and 2 novels that were released this year. I do have a fair few books on my TBR. I just need to actually goddamn get to them. 5 friend recommendations. This one's the one where it was really annoying for me because I was like, I forgot to actually write down most of them. However, because of the vlog that I did last month where I read a bunch of Chelsea Zhao's favourite books, they were ones that she recommended to me as her favourites but also that she thought I might like. So there were 5 in that vlog immediately. I also was persuaded / kind of bullied into reading The Raven Cycle by Ren. So I have already completed that one, but I want to keep going. DNF more books. That was a big one for me because I am so bad at forcing myself to read books even when I know I'm not really enjoying them. I've become so good at this. Books that I have actively started and then put down, I'm already on for more than I was last year. Last year in the entire year I only recorded 6 DNFs. This year so far I've recorded 7 novels and 1 manga, but I also, if you have been watching my Read It or Reap series, you will see that I have also been DNFing a lot on there, and there's been plenty of books where I've either just started or I've not even decided to start. So I've like I've DNS'd a bunch of books as well. But I'd say that books that I haven't recorded because maybe I only read the first chapter or so is probably more around 12. So, you know, that is a book a month by the end of the year. That would be a book a month that I've DNF'd, which is more than I would normally do. Oh, I've skipped 2. Monthly live-in date, library dates, monthly reading date. Those were monthly library date to take myself down to the library, monthly reading date to do an online read with Ren. Those haven't happened for various reasons. We've done a couple of them, but it's not been monthly, and that is something I really want to start working on, is like, you know, spending more time reading outside of the house and more time just sort of, you know, enjoying the sunshine, going to use the library, things like that. So that is something I really definitely need to work on, but are 2 that I'm not going to be able to complete, because that's the other thing. As soon as you've missed one of those, you can't then complete it. And I'm a completionist at heart. I really want to complete the lists I make. Even though I never do, I want to. And so I've kind of written a list that I can never, unless I am extremely good, I can never win. So that's another reason why I'm going back to numbers next. Read more on Scribd. I have cancelled my Scribd, or as it is now, Everand, because it was just too expensive. However, I have signed up on Libby, and through Libby I have been able to get so many more books. I've got about 4 on there at the minute, 2 that I've started. So I would say that I've not been using Scribd, but I have been using online services like online libraries way more this year, so I'm still counting that as a success. And then the final one, 4 books, 550 plus pages. Moving swiftly on because I've not read anything over 500 pages yet this year. And that is it. That's where we're at currently. That is what I'm up to, and overall I'm quite happy because I think almost all of these are either on track or ahead of track, which is incredible. And kind of like I said in the mid-year freakout, it wasn't really much of a freakout because everything has been going pretty well. That being said, I did have a really bad reading month in July. I'm worried that I'm going to have a bad reading month in August. I am just going to keep chunking towards those goals, and obviously in December you'll get a video similar to this but with me sat in front of Ren's bookshelves, of me talking through everything for the year and going through all of my stats and whether or not I completed them. Let me know in the comments if you are on track for any goals that you've set for yourself this year. Also, please do feel free to check out my Patreon and my Etsy, both are linked below. I hope your 2024 continues to go well and that you do manage to smash out all your goals. And that you do manage to smash out all of your goals. But in the meantime, I hope you're all good, I hope you're staying safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!